Greetings ladies and gentlefish, and welcome to this replay of mine driving the tier 7 German medium tank, the Panther. This is a machine that, well, you've seen me post a couple of replays up of before, but it tends to get a bit of a bad rep. But I really rather enjoy it, despite its flaws. And it does certainly have flaws, but as I say, I have fun in it. So, we're here on Northwest. This is a standard game, as if there's anything else on Northwest. And it's a tier 8 game, so the matchmaking could be better, could be worse. There's generally speaking two different ways people tend to go on this map. You can either go down into the southeast corner, although generally speaking if you're going to go down there, firefights tend to be a bit close ranged and you want to have some armour to back up your opinion. Your other option is to kind of go along the A line. This is from the northeast spawn anyway. Go along the A line and fight with the people who will go along the 1 line, and that tends to favour a longer ranged engagement, and the Panther prefers engagements to be kept at long range. Well done Hellcat, you just took off 175 of your own health by falling down a cliff. It has a very accurate gun that doesn't have high alpha damage but does have high penetration, and so generally speaking you want to keep engagements at longer range so that you can just slowly needle people to death. Oh, and that T-37's dead before I can point the barrel at him. Right, so Cromwell is not in a very good position. I think he's going to get worked over. But oh my god, the enemy are pushing hard and they've reached F8 already. That's looking a little bit dubious. So IS-6 has stopped behind a building because damn you. I have a blind shot anyway, but nah, he backed off. Bounce on the IS-6. Can I finish off the Hellcat? No, I can't. But there we go. Now we start put a shot into the IS-6. That one bounces. The IS-6's armour is very frustrating. That one bounces as well. Maybe I should be aiming for the driver's hatch here on the front of the tank. There we go, a shot sails through that. So yeah, driver's hatch. Side of the turret if he's going to give it to me, but I don't really have a good shot on him anymore. There's the Jagdtiger 88. Bounce. Boo. Now we're winning this 3-2, but look at the map. We've got people who've gone up into sort of A1, B1, which is fine, but the enemy team have a whole world of pain coming from the southeast corner. They even have a light tank in and amongst our guys and coming up behind them. Thankfully we don't have any artillery, otherwise that light tank would be dribbling to himself. Yes, but this isn't necessarily looking fantastic, despite the fact that the scoreline reads 4-2. A number of our tanks are on low health, and so that scoreline can equalise very quickly indeed. Speaking of which, 4-4. So, I decide that position is not useful anymore. I need to go and help our guys out in a slightly more meaningful manner by going over toward our base. 5-6, suddenly we're on the back foot. Like I said, just because we had the numerical advantage did not mean that we had the map or positional advantage, which has allowed the enemy team to pull this back. 6-6, 6-7. Right, T-29. Bounce on him there. This gun is bouncing an awful lot. Then again, the shots I'm taking are at relatively long range. And even though this gun does have good penetration and it's quite accurate, I mean, if you're going to take these shots at long range, you shouldn't be surprised if some of them bounce. There we go. There's a penetration. And there's a kill. 7-7. And we haven't actually done a huge amount yet, but trust me, that will change. IS-6 once again. Can I shoot his commander's hatch? No, but the Borsig polishes him off. 8-7. So Cromwell and Charioteer have pushed onwards and found the enemy KV-3 sitting at their base like a useful little soldier. To be fair, maybe he went back there seeing that we'd pushed down the 1 and 2 lines, so I don't want to be hard on him or anything. T-71. Second shot should kill him. If he sits there, someone else picks up the kill. T-34, put a shot in, but I really don't want to take that shot to the face. Oh good lord, it's an Su-152. Let's not take that to the face either. Instead we take a HE shell from a VK3001P. How lovely. Scoreline is 10-9. And we're capping their base. Make that 10-10. But we just lost our Cromwell, who was over by their base. We just lost the Borsig, who was helping me. Ooh, this is looking a little close. Right, Lerva. Hopefully I've got his back. Indeed I have, so let's start working this guy over. 2 shots in. 3, trying to help out our T-29, and oh god, I get shot by the T-34, which is bad. And there's that Su-152 from earlier on. But we'll start working this guy over as we pull back, so hopefully the Lerva can't just shoot us. Set the SU on fire, and remember that VK from earlier on. God, they really are all over the place, aren't they? Now this is not the sort of fight that a Panther really excels at. We're at 95% on the base cap, 97, 98, 99, and it's reset. Oh dear. Right, polish off the VK, and oh good lord, Lerva coming up behind me. Oh dear. Right, Lerva, German for lion. This is one of the cat family of tanks that the Germans get. Panther, of course, is another one. Lerva is a tier higher. Lerva's gun hits harder. Lerva has more health. Lerva has more armour. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This isn't looking good. If we're going to have a bit of a cat fight here. Huh. Did he fire HE, or did that just bounce? Oh well. If we're going to have a bit of a cat fight here, this is looking decidedly dubious. But Panzer IV-S comes to my rescue and starts working the guy over from behind. Suddenly he doesn't have the health he once did. Turns to face the Panzer IV. Take advantage of that. And suddenly he's on 169 health. And suddenly... oh no, that shot bounced. News! He's dead. And that's the game. After that frantic bit of scrabbling around. And we have a duel at the end there with a Lerva with some help from a friendly Panzer IV-S. So, massive shout out to the Panzer IV-S there, who was a big help. Yeah, and so with a little bit of assistance, in the end, we won the cat fight. Hurrah! And that was another close-ranged punch-up with the Panther. Now, what was I going to say? Oh yes, strangely enough that actually ended up being an ace tanker game. Looking back on it, it didn't feel like an ace tanker game, but apparently I did enough shooting that it was, so I am not complaining. And another example of a Panther picking up an ace tanker, even though it was kind of a close range engagement for a good chunk of it, and the Panther is not the best close range tank. Anyway, take a look at the post-battle results. And I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please feel free to catch some of my other videos and or subscribe to my channel. And I wish you very happy hunting on that battlefield. Ciao, ciao.